Hello, this is Alicia coming to you with my week 29 update out from vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery, which I had on January 29th, 2014. So I will start with my numbers. So I think 3 or 4 weeks. This week was the first time I'd weighed in several weeks because I'd been traveling for work on the road. So the last time I weighed, I was 258.4. This week, it's Saturday now. Normally I make my updates on Wednesdays, but I've been busy this week. So, but when I weighed in on Wednesday, I was 256.3. So, that is a loss of 2.1 pounds. And, oh goodness, I forgot my overall, which is 105.7, something like that. 106, no, 107 or 108. Sorry about that. So, a 2-pound loss in like 3 weeks is not typical for me. And I know exactly why that happened. Like I said, I've been traveling. I was out of town for 2 weeks traveling for work. And I did okay as far as sticking to my plan. I mean, I didn't eat out a lot or anything like that. I was in a Residence Inn hotel, so it had a refrigerator and whatnot, so I could buy my food. But I realized I would come home, go back to the hotel after work, do my workout, and then work. Do some more work in the hotel, and I found myself grazing a lot. And I could certainly tell, I could feel that I wasn't really, I just felt a little heavy, I guess. Then, so, I kind of figured that I would probably not post the typical numbers that I do. And on top of that, not having a scale is kind of to keep me in check. That made a difference too. So, I'm traveling again next week, and then I'm going to be out of town again for 2 weeks for work. So, I just got to have a different strategy, a different game plan, making sure that I'm only eating planned meals, and if I stick to my plan, I don't have to worry about having a scale to keep me in check. It works. I just need to make sure that I do it. So, lesson learned. At least I didn't gain. And I did do pretty good about working out. I averaged like 4 days a week. Normally I do 5 or 6, so it was okay. I have had a challenge as of late, really as of the last 3 or 4 weeks, with crazy hair loss. I thought I had dodged that bullet, but clearly I have not. I did not dodge that bullet, and it's a little disturbing how much hair I'm losing. So, I just kind of have to grin and bear it and try to work out styles that don't highlight my hair loss. Like now, I cut my hair today and added some more layers to add some fullness or whatever. So anyway, it is what it is. I'll keep, keeping up with my protein and taking my biotin, and hopefully this will slow down, because I cannot imagine any extended period of time where, I don't know what I would look like if this kept up for even another month. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll slow down. So today is my birthday. I am 41 years old. So I am getting ready to go out with some friends to a really nice dinner, and then we're going to go out for drinks and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to tonight. And it just got me thinking, because it was this week a year ago that I made the decision to have weight loss surgery. I turned 40, and I just started to take stock of my life and where I was, and whether or not I was getting what I wanted out of my life. And, I felt good about so many other things, but my weight was, something that I just, I had to acknowledge that I needed some help with, and I'm not a person who asks for help. So I remember it was that week that I said, you know what, enough is enough. Clearly, doing what you've been doing has not worked for you, so you got to get it together. And at first, I went into it with the mindset of, well, I got to lose weight. And then it was about being healthy and making sure that I didn't develop any weight-related health issues. I was very concerned about developing diabetes. And then as I, kind of started, kind of on my 3-month plan prior to surgery and whatnot, I started to shift my mindset a little bit and started to focus on not just my physical health, but my mental health and trying to live a better life. And I feel good about the progress that I am making, both mentally and physically. I feel like I've become much more self-actualized. I feel as though my confidence grows every day. I've never had a whole lot of confidence, which surprises most people because I can fake it very well. But it's very difficult for me, and there are things that are still very difficult for me, but I just try to keep knocking down those barriers that I myself have put up. I put these, obstacles up, and I gotta work through them, and I feel good about where I am. I am probably in better physical shape than I've ever been in my entire life. I think about when I was a kid and we would do the president's physical fitness tests. And, I remember I couldn't do the bent arm hang and the mile. I was always the last person on the track running the mile, and I couldn't run it. I would start out and I'd get not even a quarter of a mile, and I'd stop and I'd start walking. So that makes me feel good that I am in better shape than I was when I was a kid. And one of the goals for myself this month was to be able to run 1.5 miles straight, and I did that a couple of weeks ahead of schedule. I don't know what came over me, but I just kept on going. I haven't run 1.5 miles since, but I feel good about that. So, the past year has been one of growth for me, and I'm really looking forward to what the future holds. But I don't dwell on that. I try to live my life in the present and enjoy my life and push myself, challenge myself to do things that I normally wouldn't have done. Again, I continue to talk about getting out of my comfort zone. If I'm not uncomfortable, then I'm not growing. And I've been uncomfortable a lot in the last 6 or so months. So, I'm just embracing that uncomfortableness and charging ahead. So, probably one of the biggest things for me as I charge ahead is determining whether or not I'm going to relocate to Dallas. And I've given myself to the end of the month to make that decision. And I am probably 80% there. And right now in my mind, I'm swaying towards making the move. So that ought to be interesting. I think that's it for me. Again, I'm just in such a different place this year than I was last year. It's interesting to kind of see where my journey has led me and where I'm continuing to go. And I'm very thankful that I had the courage to, make this change. So, all right. That's it for me. Bye.